birthday to all my Scorpios, to those of you that are my regular viewers, Karen, Lisa, I believe Deanna. There's a few different Scorpios that watch me. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Whenever you do see this, happy birthday. Enjoy your month of sex, death, and regeneration. So we are starting off this month for November of 2020. This is the predictive for the month of November for the water signs. We're going to kick off with Scorpio since we're in Scorpio season. And then we will be doing Pisces because that's next in line, and then Cancer. And then I'm trying to think who comes after Scorpio. Anyways, the next set of elemental signs will go tomorrow. I'm going to do 3 a day, each element, okay? So today is for my Scorps and their birthday season. So, hey Katie, how are you? Thank you for tagging your friend Jamie. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? I am going to close the chat window in a moment. So that I can pay attention to the reading and what I'm feeling and sensing. But I just wanted to make sure the chat was working. You guys can chat amongst yourselves if you stay and watch me live. If not, you can always just come back and watch the video later. Please feel free to share the video with your friends, family, any Scorpios. If you have a Scorpio moon, sun, moon, or rising, this video would be pertinent to you. Or if you are banging a Scorpio, because that's what you do when you get a Scorpio, is you bang them. I'm just kidding. Oh, not really. But anyways, they're dirty-minded, like the Pisces, like me. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So if you are maybe sweet on a Scorpio, then now that you can certainly cross-watch this. It is the Scorpio reading. You could cross-dress if you want. I don't give a fuck. Like, do what you want. Take what you need and leave the rest kind of thing, okay? So let's see what's going on with my lovely, emotional, psychic, sometimes psychotic Scorpios. Y'all love your soapbox, your opinions, your, don't betray a Scorpio. They will come for you. They will come for you when you least expect it. Alright? So let's see what's going on. Karen, are you a Scorpio? Karen Stringer, are you a Scorpio? I can see your hell yeah. Alright, so I'm going to turn down the chat box here in a moment. So I won't be ignoring you guys. I just won't be able to see your comments. Oh shit, I'm shuffling the wrong deck. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm shuffling the Harmonious Tarot, and I forgot. I gotta do you guys'. I am gonna do a signifier card for the month for Scorpio. Okay, so hold on 1 second. I'm so busy making jokes. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, so first let's do. I like this original card that we've been doing. We did an animal spirit 1 month. We did a doorway 1 month. So this month, at least for the water signs, I might do this for these cards for all of the signs, but we'll see. This is the Spirit Messages Oracle by John Holland. And so I just want to see what Spirit has to say to the Scorpios for the month of November. All right, so what does Scorpio need to know? Sun and rising. Or if you have a Venus in Scorpio, my blessings to you, poor baby. I'm just kidding. Everybody wants to date you if you have a Venus in Scorpio. Alright, let's see here. What does Scorpio need to know? So this is going to be this card represents sort of the theme, the guide, a touchstone for you to reflect upon throughout the month. And you guys get strength. Okay, it says, strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone as we are always with you. So in essence, you guys connect to your guides, connect to your higher selves, connect to your own spirit. That's where your strength lies. Scorpio is a very strong and volatile sign, but I mean that in a good way. You guys are not pushovers. The Pisces, the Cancers, we tend to cry in a corner. Scorpio's no bitch, I'm gonna cut your tires. So, I want you guys to understand that that strength is your power. I like that this card is orange. It feels like there's a lot of vitality. I feel that there's a lot of maybe energy for Scorpio this month with that orange color there. A lot of centeredness, turning within, talking to oneself, but that's kind of normal for you guys. Um, but like really listening to the voice within and utilizing that to propel you forward through the month of November, I think is going to be empowering and good for my Scorpios. All right. So focus on your strength for November and let's see what the cards have to say. So this first card is the center of the spread. This tells me where the majority of my Scorpios are centered at this month. So let's see where we're at. Gives us a vibe. Oh, perfect! This is Scorpio energy. This is the death card. Guys, you couldn't have gotten a better card. It is your season. Death is associated with the sign of Scorpio. It's sex, death, and regeneration. That is the element of your whole astrological persona, right? You guys, when you go through lessons, you go through them hard and fast. You learn in big ways. To me, I feel like this is an embracing of that, right? This person is dancing with death. If I don't know how well you guys can see because I'm now on a different desk. Let me hold this up to you. This person is sort of dancing with death, right? But I feel like this is Scorpio relishing in who they are and this strength that we see in this card here, right? We're owning who we are all throughout the month in a very big and powerful way. There's treasure to be had. I love this treasure trove down here. And Scorpio ain't scared of shit, right? Scorpio to me is like honey badger. He don't give a shit. There could be transformations. There could be things departing from Scorpio, big things this month. But I kind of get a feeling that this is very much in line with what you've been seeking. If there's been things that you've wanting to shed or get away from, things that maybe have been giving you headaches or bothering you, or maybe they're just no longer serving, relationships, jobs, careers, whatever, they're going to be fairly impactful because this is a major arcana card, but this is your guys' card. This is your element. You guys are in your space. You're ready to rule. You're ready to own it. You're ready to let go of what's no longer serving and bring in the new, right? Because with death, it's always a transformation. It's never an ending and then, we're miserable. It's about, no, we're moving on to something better. So I feel like this person here is kind of dressed in their finery. They're getting their gig on. They're ready to dance with death. They're ready to clear it out and bring in new treasures and new opportunities, okay? We also have this coin here, which makes me think of those treasures too. So let's look at the foundation. The foundation represents sort of the recent past or something from the past that has opened the door for everything to be the way it is in this reading for the month of November for you guys. It is kind of also the memory of this thing that can be sometimes driving us throughout the month, or like, the impetus for why we do what we do throughout the month. It can also be the memory of it can be what holds everything in place. Oh, well, you guys are not fucking around this November. We have the devil. Okay, so the devil to me, I mean, way to like just kick off the November horoscope, Scorpio. Like, just don't even hold back. Show us how tough you are. The devil to me usually represents bondage, addiction. It can sometimes be painful. It can sometimes be our weaknesses. I feel like this is in the past though, right? So this is anything that's been challenging to Scorpio in a very huge way. We're bringing that to an end. If it's still challenging us up through October, right, that's okay because that death card says to me that the center of the month of November is about releasing this shit. Like, we're no longer dancing with the devil. We'll dance with death because death will take those problems away from us. If this is other people and their addictions or their problems, their, illicit, goofy behaviors that we're just sort of over and they're not listening to us, this might be about us being strong and walking away, like listening to that sort of voice within that says, you know what, I don't have to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And to me, death and the devil, although they sort of have these like dark connotations, they can be extremely empowering, right? And that is sort of what's the word that I want to say? That is sort of the edge of the precipice that Scorpio can go to, right? You guys can go to the depths, not only the depths of the emotions, but also the depths of like sort of the psychic realm and all of that. So it really is about kind of having an intense communication and an intense realization this month, and standing in the strength of that and releasing whatever is no longer serving you. Let's see what's up in your higher self and see what's going on up there. I'm a little afraid to look, Scorpio. Um, oh, this is lovely. So we have the Four of Wands. Some people call this the Twin Flame card because you have the two wands here and the two wands here, which forms the 11-11. Wands is always about desire. Wands is the element of fire and the spirit. I like that you have a Wands card up in your spirit space, right? This is your higher self, what it wants to work on, what it wants you to sort of move towards. For some of you, I am going to say that this could be a departure from negative situations throughout the month of November in pursuit of some sort of higher spiritual connection to maybe possibly another person, a soulmate. I don't necessarily always want to predict love, but I think that for some of you, this could be that. This could be about letting go of the past, really doing the work, having done the work, standing strong in your truth, and moving forward towards something that your soul has kind of mocked up for you that could be rather incredible. For those of you that might already be locked into a relationship and you're fine, you're happy, you're not looking for anything more, then this could be about the idea of building like a more stronger spiritual foundation towards what it is that you desire, the celebration of that and the pursuit of that, and really the communication of that, right? And when that's being communicated to you at such a clear level, and being fours represent sort of bringing in that stability to me, right? That sort of balance of stabilizing what it is we want and how we want it. When this message is coming in from our higher self, it's much easier to sort of allow the big impact and changes that the Death card will bring throughout the month of November. This Death card, to me though, I want you to understand, it is your element. So these deaths, however they take place in your life, which it could be a shifting of a job, a relationship, a friendship departing, kind of ending, or it redefining and transforming itself into something different that we weren't expecting. Some of you, now I'm just getting this hit, some of you, friendships could be turning into romance. That could be that Four of Wands up above, is like sort of maybe the realization of somebody that you're very close to. All of a sudden you're realizing, like, wait a second, I might have these feelings that are different, and the friendship needs to die and transform into something deeper and more spiritually bonded, right? But we've done the work with the devil, we've certainly danced with the devil, we've gone to the dark places, and we're willing to sort of let those go now and move towards more stable, more spiritually desirous aspects in our life, be them romantic or not. I will say this, it feels to me like this Four of Wands also has that idea of not only that fiery passion, right, of desire, but it also is that action element of Wands too that gets us to take steps, to take action, to be brave, and to move forward. Death is not going to sort of stop us either. Death is going to require us to step forward. Even the devil, like as this pushes us forward, whatever, sometimes the devil can show us our Achilles heel in a way, and I know that Scorpios don't like to necessarily deal in Achilles heels, like you guys like to not necessarily show those things in your hand, so to speak, if using poker terms, but you guys have faced them, you have dealt with them, you've been challenged by them, and you're ready to kind of let them go and move towards something that's more substantial, real, grounded, better, and spiritually fulfilling in the month of November, okay? Now, the next two cards are what I call the outside influences. These cards tell me a little bit about sort of what, and the devil is Capricorn energy, just for anybody that's wondering what that's about. It's that grounded sort of earthy Capricorn energy. So, these next two cards are the outside influences. These can be people, sometimes events or energies, things more vague like energies or belief systems that are having an effect on us during the month of November, so we just want to be aware of them. They can be positive or negative. So we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Now, Cups is water element, which is Scorpio, element. Seven of Cups is also very much about sort of having maybe too many choices, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of emotional confusion, not being sure which route to take. There might be some mixed messages that are being passed to you by those around you, because this is coming from the outside, right? This is not you necessarily, but it might be trying to throw you off of your game, right? In the sense that usually the Seven of Cups offers a decision that needs to be made. It's generally an emotional decision. It can create a little bit of confusion around making it. I feel like this could be other people's opinions of maybe how you're handling things, how you're dealing with things. If you're, say, walking away from something with that death card in the center, if you're like, look, I don't have any more to give to this situation, whatever that may be for you personally. The Seven of Cups might be somebody else's reaction of like, how can you do that? Like, we have so much history, or you've been here for so long, or whatever their argument is to try and attempt to sort of confuse you, to emotionally attach to you. Be aware of that. And it will connect. That's the thing, because it is water energy. It is the cups suit, right? So it will kind of try and seep in there and get you, right? You may not necessarily let people see that it's getting you, but be aware that there could be some room for a little bit of confusion. But we have this idea of strength. Remember, you're not fully alone in whatever it is that you're doing. Not only do you have yourself, your ego, your mind, but you also have your higher self, right? And then the guides that come along with that. So channeling that and going inward versus listening to the outside influences are going to also help to sort of combat that confusion that you may have. Now, let's see what the other outside influence is. Beautiful. The sun. Okay. So this is all about clarity. This is a high affirmative card. This is about energy, life-giving movement. I love that it's the sun and we have all of this orange. Remember, I said there would be energy and vitality for the Scorpios throughout the month of November. I do feel like when you're not trying to be dragged down by some naysayer or somebody questioning your motives or why you do things the way you do, don't let them. Channel your energy towards this sun card, or your attention towards this sun card. We have these two beautiful women dancing and basking in the light of the sun. They're celebrating. There is obviously opportunity here to celebrate, probably celebrating freedoms of whatever it is that we've let go through this transformative period of our Scorpio season. Whatever, situations, be it, our own personal, what's the word I'm looking for? Our own personal faults we might be departing from, or releasing the faults of others, or removing people from our lives altogether, right? This devil stuff down in the bottom, it's no longer holding its sway over us like it used to, right? He's challenged us enough up until this point that we're really in our own element. We're like, okay, fuck this, we're cleaning house kind of thing. Excuse my language. But that's sort of the feeling that I get with the directness of death and the impact of the devil. To me, it's like there's no real choice around this. We're just like, done, it's done. And the sun is such a powerful card. This is also associated with the sign of Leo. It's such a powerful and generous, energetic card that when we're not in that confusion and we're sort of combating, I don't want to say combating that confusion, but holding that off, or not allowing ourselves, going inward versus allowing the outside to tap into our emotional center and maybe throw us, we get to bask in the light of the sun, the clarity of that, and move forward in that. And there's a ton of sort of benefit in doing that, right? Truth will be told, clarity will come to us, we'll be able to move forward. Also, I should just mention too, the sun is associated with the sign of Leo, and Leo or lion is usually on the strength card in tarot. And we have this strength card here. So that also is another real interesting connection that's going on there, even though this is not a tarot deck. Okay? So let's look at the outcome card. The outcome card is potential, in the sense that this is where things may end up for most of my Scorpios, barring that nothing major changes, right? So this is going to let us know, like, are the majority of my Scorpios going to choose that Seven of Cups and pay more attention to that, or are they going to choose more that energy of the sun, right? Are they going to be able to walk away? Are they going to embrace the finality of the death card and the endings or the new beginnings, the transformations that come in the month of November? Are you guys going to really be true to what your desires are, what it is that you want in that Four of Wands card from your higher self? Are you going to listen to that voice, right? Now, if this card is negative and we want to make choices and change, we can use this as a warning to make choices and changes to affect the outcome. This is not set in stone. I just want to make that very clear. So this gives us an idea of sort of where we're heading naturally, barring that nothing major changes. But if it's negative, we can change it. We have free will and free choice to change that. So let's see what this, I love it. Hierophant. Lots of major arcana in this reading, guys. November is going to be a significant month for you guys. The Hierophant is the sign of Virgo, right? It's also the sign of institutions. It's the sign of marriage. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Some of you, I don't know who's going to watch this, if you guys share it out to your friends, some of you might meet somebody significant. And I think that because I'm just going to give this little side story here because I know some of my regular viewers are either single or already in relationships that are solid. But some new viewers that may see this, I feel like there's somebody I need to tell that because you've dealt with the devils of the past, and I'm talking about previous relationships, you're standing strong on your own, or maybe have been standing strong on your own for a while. You're willing to let go of those things now. Somebody new is coming in, and it's somebody very important, Scorpio. It is somebody that could have like a soulmate or twin flame meaning to you, a strong, like, sort of spiritual connection. I do want to say that I believe that this could be romantic because the Hierophant sometimes represents marriage. So the end of the month for some of you, I'm not saying for all of you, but for some of you, there could be this idea of realizing after having connected with this person in such a like a deeper, more spiritual way, you're like, oh wow, this could be the one. And I'm not saying you're gonna get married in November, but the ideas might be popping in your head that wow, this is something serious, big, impactful, long lasting, that sort of a thing. Now, the other aspect of the Hierophant is institutions, right? Higher education, that sort of format. And so when I'm thinking about that, what I feel like this is that with this devil and death energy that we have going on and the beauty of the sun happening as an outside influence, that my Scorpios, the majority of you, you're going to be fine. You're going to be in a place of power, balance. Virgo, the sign of Virgo is very grounded, right? Very earthy, very practical. So when we look at the Hierophant's Virgo energy, it feels to me like, and also I will say this, Scorpio being a water sign, Virgo being an earth sign, it's a complementary energy to Scorpio's natural water nature, right? So when we take Virgo or the idea of the Hierophant and what the Hierophant represents, Scorpio will feel empowered leaving November with a knowledge base that's set in what's right for them, right? The foundations, the awareness, like feeling empowered, right? Very clear on what it is you deserve, what it is you want, what it is you'll put up with going into the future of, say, December in 2021. And there's also, again, the higher self is driving you with this Four of Wands, which is this idea of what is it that we want more of, right? Well, the Hierophant is educated, sort of smart enough, grounded enough, capable enough to start to bring that in materially, right? Through doing the right thing, following the rules, understanding the game, if that makes sense, and really bringing that about by the end of the month. So I feel like my Scorpios will feel very stable. I actually don't feel any instability. The only instability I feel in this reading is in the devil, but the devil was in the past, right? So I feel like there may have been sort of wonkiness, weird situations with others, dealing with maybe other people's addictions or their bad behavior, whatever it was, or our own even. Sometimes we have behaviors that we need to break free. Like mine is napping too much. I need to I need to stop napping so much. Totally addicted to just sleeping while the world falls apart. And that's probably a little depression stuff, but whatever. With this devil card, to me, it's like facing whatever demons that we've had leading up to now. And this death card says to me that we are very much in our element and very much empowered to sort of let those things go and dance on their graves, right? And I don't mean that in a bad, mean way. I mean, like, if it's not willing to transform with you, it's going to need to be released. And when we do that, we get to this Hierophant, which is this sort of peaceful, educated, aware, intelligent, shrewd, even smart, practical self that will feel quite comfortable and quite at peace. Okay, and I think that also comes from this strength here that we have, right? Remembering that we're not alone in all of this, that we do, not only can we rely on ourselves in a very, very big way throughout the month of November, but we also have, spirit around us, our own angels, our own guides that are also guiding us and blessing us throughout this month for the hard work that we've done leading up to this point. Okay? Some of you, the death card, it might be a little bit hard. But remember that this death card is your energy, right? You guys are the masters of sex, death, and regeneration in the sense that, like, it's this whole process of this cycle of life, death, and rebirth. And you guys are good at that. You guys can sort of adapt in such a way that you can master that. And that's that, the Hierophant is sort of that mastery, is what I feel like at the end. All right, that is your November forecast, guys. Have a great and wonderful birthday season. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I am going to come back on in a few minutes to do Pisces and then Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, go watch it over on YouTube, give it a thumbs up over there. Those things help to get me out into other people's feeds so they might see my work. And please support the YouTube channel as much as you can if you're watching this on Facebook, and vice versa. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go over and like my business page on Facebook. And I look forward to seeing you guys next month. I have a couple of new toys that I will share with you guys. We're going to have to do a new deck for next year. We'll do a poll on that on the Patreon page as to what deck we'll be using for next year's. It'll be another mini deck, but I have 3 different choices for mini decks because I like working with mini decks for the monthlies. All right, so have a wonderful birthday season, Scorpios. Thank you so much, and take care and enjoy your November. All right, bye-bye.